Setting up your RC car just got a whole lot easier. RC Bench puts everything you need in one app, from setup sheets to AI recommendations. Let me walk you through it step by step. When you first open the app, you'll see the login screen. If you already have an account, just sign in. But if you're new, tap Create Account down at the bottom. Enter your email and choose a password. Tap Create Account, and that's it. The app creates your account and signs you in automatically. No confirmation email needed. The first thing the app does is take you to your profile. You'll see this welcome banner explaining why this step matters. There are a few fields to fill in: your display name, your skill level, how many years you've been racing, and roughly how many laps you drive per month. The skill level is important. The AI Setup Assistant uses this to adjust how it talks to you. If you're a pro, it gives you more advanced recommendations. If you're just starting out, it keeps things simple and explains the basics. Fill in the rest and hit save. Your profile is all set. You only need to do this once. This is the Race Prep Hub. Think of it as your home base. Everything starts here. You've got 4 main cards. My Setups is where all your saved setups live. The ESC Guide is an AI-powered tuning assistant for your speed controller. The Gear Ratio Calculator helps you dial in your final drive ratio, and Teams lets you share setups with your racing crew. Tap My Setups and you'll see all your saved setups listed. Each one shows the setup name, the chassis it's for, and the track you ran it at. You can filter by chassis if you run multiple cars. Tap any setup to open it and make changes or compare it with another setup to see what's different. Let's create a new setup from scratch. Tap the plus button in the corner. Give your setup a name, something you'll remember later, like the track name and the date. Then select your chassis. The app currently supports a wide variety of chassis brands, with more being added. Once you pick your chassis, the entire setup sheet adjusts to match that car's specific configuration. The positions, the ranges, everything is tailored to your exact model. Scroll down to the shock section. Here you set your shock oil weight, spring color, and piston type for the front and rear. Tap any field to open the picker. The app knows every option available for your chassis, so you'll only see values that actually apply to your car. No guessing, no looking up manuals. Do the same for the rear, and your shocks are set. Now here's where it gets really detailed. The geometry section covers shock angles, caster, roll center height, upper link length, kick up, anti-squat, and wheelbase. Each section has an illustration showing exactly what you're adjusting on the car. Pick your positions using the drop-downs, and the app automatically calculates the normalized percentage. This is what the AI reads behind the scenes to understand your setup. Now here's the feature that really sets RC Bench apart. You can tap the AI chat button to talk to your own personal AI chassis engineer. The AI already knows your entire setup: your shock oils, your spring rates, your geometry positions, your diff oils, your track conditions, even your skill level from your profile. This is why it is important to do your initial app setup and to capture your setup correctly. Just describe what your car is doing. For example, my car is pushing in the corners. What should I change? The AI comes back with specific recommendations based on your actual setup, not generic advice you'd find in a forum. It tells you exactly what to change and by how much, and it explains why each change affects the car the way it does, so you're actually learning as you go. It even tracks your recent setup changes, helping you find that perfect setup. Next up is the ESC Guide. This is an AI tuning expert specifically for your electronic speed controller. First, select your ESC brand and model. The app supports Castle Creations, Hobbywing, Tekin, Coyote, McLaren, and more. Pick your brand, then your specific model. You'll see a confirmation that the documentation for your ESC is loaded and ready. Now ask it anything. How to set up drag brake, what throttle curve works best for your track, or even troubleshooting if your ESC is cutting out. It pulls directly from the manufacturer's documentation for your exact model and gives you clear step-by-step answers. Back on the Race Prep Hub, let's look at the gear ratio calculator. At the top, you enter your spur gear and pinion gear tooth counts. Below that, you can enter your internal drive ratio if you know it. Check your car's manual for that number. It's usually somewhere between 3.2 and 3.5 for 8th scale. As soon as you change a value, the live results update instantly. You can see your final drive ratio roll out in real time and an estimated top speed in both kilometers and miles per hour. Really useful for dialing in your gearing before you even get to the track. If you race with a team, this one's for you. Tap Teams to see your racing crew. You can create a team and invite your teammates by sharing a team code. Once they join, everyone's connected. Inside your team, you can see who's on it and what setups they're running. If your teammate had a great run at a track you're about to race at, you can pull up their setup and see exactly what they were running. Sharing a setup is one tap. Your teammate gets a notification and can view or copy your entire setup into their own account. No more texting photos of setup sheets back and forth. The Tire Info tab gives you access to a full database of RC tires organized by brand. Tap any brand to expand it and browse their tire models. Each tire shows its tread type and what track conditions it's designed for. If you know what you're looking for, use the search bar. It filters in real time as you type. Or use the condition filters to narrow things down. Looking for tires that work in wet conditions? Just tap the filter chip and it shows you exactly what's available. Tap any tire to see the full details, surface type, grip characteristics, and recommendations on when to use it. Last but not least, the maintenance tracker. This helps you keep your car in top shape between races. You can track shock rebuilds, oil changes, bearing replacements, and anything else your car needs. Each item shows when it was last serviced. Set up reminders so you never show up to a race day with worn-out shocks or a diff that hasn't been serviced. The app keeps track so you don't have to. That's RC Bench. Setup sheets, AI recommendations, ESC tuning, gear ratios, tire data, team sharing, and maintenance tracking all in one app. Download it free on Android and Apple. Links in the description. If this was helpful, hit subscribe for more RC setup tips and app updates. See you at the track.